We are with Assemblymember James Gallagher, who represents a district where water is critical. What are your thoughts on Sites Reservoir?
Well, Sites is a critical component of what we need to do to prepare for the next drought that is to come in California. It's easy for people to forget now that we've had a whole lot of water this year, probably more than we would have liked in terms of flood threat and things like that. It's easy to forget that we just had a devastating drought. Sites Reservoir could hold up to 1.6 million acre feet of water. It would be a huge addition to our water storage capacity in California. It's located up here in Colusa County, right west of the small town of Maxwell, and it would be vital to us we'd be able to store basically flood water off of the Sacramento River, water that would otherwise just flow out into the ocean. We'd be storing it in the Sites Reservoir area and holding it there for drought periods when that water was needed.
And this is an off-stream reservoir, so that means you're not damming up rivers and whatnot, right? Why does that make Sites even more attractive, so to speak?
Well, it makes it more attractive because, you're not actually damming up a natural water body. What you're doing is you're taking that water, pumping it out, as it already is done, actually pumped out, and then put in a canal system and taken over to basically a bowl-shaped valley to the west of the Sacramento River. And we would hold that water there, and it would be available for use throughout the year for a multitude of uses, for our farms, for our towns and cities that need the water, but also for ecological purposes that might be needed in the delta or for salmon. So it has a it's multiple benefits to the project.
And there has been a lot of collaboration on Sites. I understand this is a bipartisan effort, so to speak.
Yeah, it has been. I mean, I actually led a tour of Assembly members, bipartisan group that came up to actually view the project, and it was in January of this year. High water in the Sacramento River, and it actually made for a really great visual for these legislators, both Democrats and Republicans, to see, look, we have all this flood water in the Sacramento River. We stood on the top of the levee, looked out, what if we just took some of this water and took it over to the Sites Valley? And then we went along the canal system. We showed them how this would be delivered over to the Sites Valley and where the actual reservoir would be built. And I think it just clicked in a lot of people's heads. Whether you're from Southern California or from the Central Valley, no matter what party you are, you agree that this makes a lot of sense, especially when we've been through this devastating drought.